Urban Assault Squad, part of the Dark City Soldiers, been involved with the Texas Death Club, and it looks like Carolina Connection wanted to make sure before they focused again on the titles, they got Urban Assault Squad out of their way. That could happen this evening, Stephen.
That they are. I'm sure that the Carolina Connection would love to get their arms around those great NWA Wildside Tag Team titles. But as you mentioned, though, the focus is clearly on the Urban Assault Squad, and to get to that tag team title picture, taking out the Urban Assault Squad is obviously going to be key. As you, I know, Bill, are part of the NWA matchmaking staff. Again, I should point out, for the uninitiated, Stephen Prazak talking here with NWA President Bill Behrens, subbing for the still absent Dan the Dragon Wilson. Let's hopefully be here for the second half of Hardcore Hell.
Oh, I'm sure he will be. John Johnson's influence only goes so far, and I can assure the fans that Dan the Dragon Wilson will be back for the remainder of Hardcore Hell, starting with tomorrow's big show, which, like this one, you'll be seeing soon on NWA Wildside home video and DVD.
Wonderful. And then Shadow Jackson has just told referee Mike Posey that Brandon P. pulled his hair. I guess it would have to be ear hair or nose hair, because I don't see any other hair on Shadow Jackson. I don't think Shadow Jackson ever had hair.
Shadow Jackson's an interesting character. Tough as any man, strong as a bull, but he seems just to try to have a good time in the ring, sometimes and frequently at the expense of his opponent. But he really is a serious competitor and a dangerous competitor. Nemesis, that man's just crazy.
That is, well, frankly, any tag team competitor, actually any competitor in the Wildside locker room should do things definitely at the expense of his competitor, which is definitely a good MO for any competitor in all of professional wrestling.
Well, the late Gordon Solie used to call it a game of human chess, and when in that game, the psychological advantage is key. You can go power for power, you can go speed for speed, but if you can confuse your opponent, distract your opponent, that opportunity is going to come back to realize benefit for you as a tag team. And I think that's part of what Nemesis and Shadow do when they come out to wrestle. They're screaming cracker. They're trying to get the fans upset. They're trying to get their opponents upset. If they can do that, they've got that psychological advantage.
That's true, and they've been at that, they're using that MO for quite some time. But looking at the faces of Brandon P. and Jeremy V., obviously they are wise despite their very young years.
But we have to remember, Stephen, these are former NWA Wildside Tag Team Champions, a title that does not come easily to any team. Jeremy V, also a tremendous single competitor, the man that made Rain Man tap out in the cage in the War Games. This is a great team of Brandon P, Jeremy V. These are guys that can win against any opponent. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them back in the ring against the Texas Death Club, or quite honestly, going for single titles here in Wildside.
That's true, but as a tag team unit, the Carolina Connection have made some serious inroads in the past few months here at Wildside. But to get into that tag team title picture, as you brought out, they're going to have to defeat the Urban Assault Squad, and in some respects, that's been a rather elusive victory.
Well, they've made it clear in conversations with Murder One and Slim J, the team that has that opportunity tomorrow night at Hardcore Hell against the Texas Death Club, that they want another shot. But as I said, they put it on a back burner to go in against Nemesis and Shadow, the Urban Assault Squad. And right now, Brandon P. in control with a side headlock.
And the Carolina Connection being able to put one over briefly on the Urban Assault Squad. And you saw that Shadow Jackson accidentally dropping an elbow on his own tag team partner, Nemesis.
And good tag team work here by the Carolina Connection. Control on the arm, tag into Jeremy V. But Shadow just nails him with a forearm to the face.
Boy, Dory Funk Jr. would be proud of that one. Leveling Jeremy V.
Into the ropes, hooks him for a clothesline, duck over. Well, Shadow literally eliminates himself.
I was kind of looking forward to seeing Shadow Jackson skin the cat.
Tries for a baseball slide, misses into the railing. Attack from both sides, Urban Assault Squad.
Jeremy V in the Lion's Den, and then being hoisted over on the security railing, ended up in the section 101 of the NWA arena.
Yes, nearly got extremely friendly with some of the front row fans.
Well, there's not a fan here at the NWA arena who's not super impressed by the many gifts of Jeremy V, one half of the Carolina Connection.
But it appears that's taken a lot out of him. He hit hard on his stomach on that, and it appears that's what Shadow's going to work on, dropping him right back on the stomach. Comes in, knee to the face.
But as we've seen so many times, more punishment from Jeremy V.
Right back to the chest, all on the upper body at this time, all trying to take the wind out of Jeremy V.
Matter of fact, Jeremy V perhaps is one of the NWA Wildside athletes who've probably endured more punishment than anybody.
Jeremy V's tremendous second wind. He has the ability to come back at almost any time. We've been amazed by that, Stephen. How he can take a beating and then it seemingly out of nowhere get that second wind and be able to make the tag or make that big comeback in singles competition. That's always been his strength.
And that second win often befuddles his opponents who believe that Jeremy V is all but dead. Of course, all Jeremy V's fans.
And here's one of those comebacks right now. But Nemesis cuts him off with a big clothesline.
A brief little flurry from V, but that's still not enough. Nemesis, one very dangerous man.
Oh, and Nemesis just spits at Brandon P, drawing the referee over. And there's a sloppy tag. He was already in the ring.
Yeah, almost like no tag. Oh, a spear from Shadow Jackson, who's awfully proud of himself. Press a cover on Jeremy V, but only a 2 count.
Well, that's a mistake right there. That crowing to the crowd cost him valuable seconds when he could have pinned Jeremy V. And if there's a weakness in the Urban Assault Squad, it's the tendency for them to brag about their accomplishments before realizing the maximum benefit.
And V gets out of the way of it, charging Nemesis.
Wait a minute, but V is distracted. He should be going for the tag right now because he's taking an awful lot of punishment.
I think V's just going on gut instinct, and that means trying to beat the bejesus out of his opponent. Opportunity and a series of fists to the head of Nemesis.
Oh.
Big shining wizard,
He's down right in front of his partner, but that seems to have taken a lot. That second wind has faded as quickly as it came. But he's there for the tag.
And Jeremy V realized where he was.
Shadow.
And
Nemesis knocked out Shadow, taking his time getting in. That was smart, but not smart enough. Into the ropes. Big drop kick.
And the team of the Urban Assault Squad getting progressively rocked by Brandon P.
Smart by Brandon P there. He was waiting for his man rather than rushing into it, but still he ended up getting caught in the corner with a slingshot and a power slam.
Shadow Jackson's up a P for a pin, only a 2 count. P dazed, albeit briefly, but able to get a shoulder up in time. Paying attention to referee Mike Posey with that first part of a 3 count. Forearm to the back of Brandon P. And the Urban Assault Squad. Boy, what a dangerous tag team this is.
Brandon P trying to fire back, cut off again with a big forearm to the back, into the corner. Nemesis waiting, patient, grabs a hold of him, picks him up, and side suplex.
The lower back of Brandon P already enduring some severe pain, thanks to the Urban Assault Squad.
This match means a lot, though, to the Carolina Connection. You're not going to be able to take them out unless you hurt them badly. And I think the Urban Assault Squad is finding that out. Every time they think they have them, they keep coming back.
That's true, but you're going to have to hurt the Carolina Connection, not very badly, but really badly.
Nemesis has come out to ringside, joined with a ringside fan who has his own Confederate flag.
Terrific. I'm sure there were more Confederate flags in the homes of many of the fans here at the NWA Arena. And Nemesis attempting a Dragon Sleeper. Brandon P wants none of it.
Brandon P goes over, goes after Shadow. Think that was a mistake? Yes, it was.
Well, the clotheslines of the Urban Assault Squad are really doing some serious damage to both members of the Carolina Connection. Brandon P at the moment getting the brunt of the damage.
And Nemesis hooks him underneath. Power bombs him down in the middle of the ring, taking the wind right out of Brandon P.
Seems like Brandon P was right for the pinning. Nemesis seems to think otherwise.
Well, they enjoy putting punishment on their opponent, and this is an example right here as he hooks the leg, wrenches him over. This is a submission move, Steven. And Brandon P's in a lot of trouble.
A half crab on Brandon P. And Shadow Jackson with a bit of a leg drop chaser. Shadow on top of Brandon P. P's able to roll his shoulder in time. But the damage is already being done. Progressive damage, aggregate damage to the Carolina Connection. P's fighting back, but still not enough. Shadow Jackson is too much.
Gets him with a big foot there. Comes into the ropes. Hooks him. Brings him down. Slams him head first into the mat.
Boy,
big swinging DDT. That was beautiful.
Was all the more remarkable considering the physical state that Brandon P is in at the moment.
But right now, both men have a lot taken out of him. Who's going to make it over? Will Brandon P make the tag? Will Shadow cut him off? Shadow, looks like Shadow's going to go for the tag. He's got a lot taken out of him. Brandon P is close, but will he make it? Nemesis in. He does make the tag.
And a fresh Jeremy V duking it out with Nemesis, and Nemesis meets up headfirst with his partner. Atomic drop reverse. And Jeremy V hoping for a full frontal atomic drop, and Nemesis seems to be able to avoid that. Oh my! A jumping Enzugiri leveling Nemesis.
Shadow is up, caught, Bulldog.
Jeremy V showing some of his remarkable physical gifts here.
Wait, P and V are talking. It looks like they're trying to work something out as a team. They do. They duck under. Rock and roll double drop kick right there, Steven.
I don't think I got everything out of Shadow Jackson, but it was certainly enough to daze young Mr. Jackson.
Shadow on the floor, a little goofy, wobbly. Oh, there's a super kick. Russian leg sweep combination. They're setting him up for their finish. Shadow is all but out on the outside. It doesn't look like he's even going to be a factor at this point.
And it's Brandon P. with
the elbow.
And that completes the Carolina Cyclone, and the Carolina Connection emerge victorious at Hardcore Hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Brandon P. and Jeremy B., the Carolina Connection.
Boy, what a hard-fought victory it was indeed.